Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thank you for clicking to watch this video. And in case you're new here, karibu sana sana sana. Feel at home na pewa kinywaji. Yes, and thank you so much guys for the love, the likes, the comments. I am really grateful, and I hope you're enjoying each and every content that comes your way. Yeah, and more is coming. So without much ado, let's hop into the video of the day. In today's video, we are going to talk about transitions, because we have different types of transitions, and in every stage of our life we experience something new. So yeah, and today I have a guest with me, and who's going to help me tackle this this topic, because it's one topic that needs conversing. So yeah, my guest today is Achika. How are you?
I'm good.
Thank you for joining me. Yeah, finally your emails have been responded to. You really wanted to be here, and yeah, how do you feel?
My pleasure. First, I have to say it's my pleasure. Thank you for inviting me. Yeah, I feel honored.
You do? Are you ready?
I'm not sure if I'm ready.
You're born ready. We just go. We roll with it. Okay. So, and the first thing that comes to mind when you mention the word transition is, what is transition? Like, what really does transition mean? What does it mean to you?
Wow, transition. Transition, just to keep it simple, I'll say is what we are going through right now. Like the kind of changes we go through on a daily basis, the kind of decisions we make on a daily basis, the kind of steps we do take on maybe on a daily basis. So for me, is like a process of growth.
Okay.
I say that.
All right. So the major word that I'll take is a change. It's a change from one stage to the other, or from one step to the other step. Majorly.
Yep.
Okay. I think I'd also say the same thing. Transition is change. It's a shift in something. Probably you were doing something different, and then you go ahead and start doing something different. Probably you are just before I go there. So what has been your greatest transition so far in life?
Well, my greatest transition in life. Let me trace it back when I just finished college. So I was supposed to finish college around 2019?
2019?
2020, 2019.
When did you join?
Nili join nini? Where I'm old. Tunakawia. So when I finished college, I remember asking a friend this one question, like, I'm here, I've finished college, but I feel like I'm insufficient.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what next step to do.
Yeah.
I would say I was a bit excited that sasa, I'm becoming an independent person.
Yeah.
But then there was this part of me that was scared. I have now to make decisions. Yeah.
Independently.
Short of income in Mekatoa. Maparo.
Yeah.
Kijana, we haven't played our part.
Yeah.
So you have to.
And that's very true, and that's very that's it. They have done their part. They have really, now it's all on you.
Yeah. So I'm done with college. I'm here, and I remember where I did my internship. I had requested them, like, in case they need someone to if there is a vacancy.
Yeah.
So they get in touch, like they reach out to me. So one day, they reached out to me, and that was my like I don't know, like it was now reality hit on me. And so there's a way that reality comes, and you are like, okay, now I've started living my life. So I'm here. I've not attended any interviews. I have to prepare for these interviews. I have to now be in a formal way, coming from an informal way.
Yes, that's actually a very big transition from informal, because we are so casual in uni. Like things are just, you wear trousers, jeans to class, and no one will ask you nothing. And then now you come to this other side of life, and it's a whole different thing. You have to know how to dress formally, and I think attachments really prepared us for such life.
It's like a mini kind of it's like a mini kind of platform for you just to blend in. And now start seeing how how to go about the corporate world. So there I am, and voila, I remember I called my dad and I told him, hey, I've gotten this opportunity where I used to do my internship, but I'm like, hey, I don't know if to take it. I feel like, yes, I know
you need the job.
I need the job, but then I wasn't like ready. I didn't know what to even like. I didn't know how to take it.
You didn't know how to maneuver through the whole the whole way through it. So for you, it was the now from finishing campus to okay. But I think for me, it really hit hard when I graduated, because I remember I graduated sometime in February 2020. No, 2021. That's when I graduated. So that's when it's like really hit me. You know what? Now you are officially away from school. You're officially done with school. Now you're on your own. And as I said, our parents have played their part. So going back to them and starting, you're not so comfortable doing that now, because you feel you need to go out and look for money and probably support them, or your siblings if you have siblings. So there's this kind of sense of responsibility that you start now having, or you realize you should be having the sense of responsibility. So yeah, for me it was the transition it was the graduation to now, like the whole process. Graduation. Now for me that was my biggest transition.
But
so far
I also like I discovered that that what makes life is the transitions.
Life
is in transitions.
It's in stages.
It is in stages. And I remember when now I got my first job, and it wasn't easy, because you have to behave in a manner that suggests that, hey, you've gone through college and you're ready to deliver. So one, I have my colleagues have expectations of these are graduates. Already he knows what he's supposed to do. But then I'm also new to like all this stuff, and I'm just trying to come to this realization that okay, this is what's supposed to be done, and this is how I need to behave, this is how I need to talk to people, this is how I need to get along. So it was so hard. What was your feeling while you were going through all that, while you were preparing yourself to start working? Wow, I'll say I was so anxious. I was so anxious. At the same time, I would say I was confident.
You have to put up a fight or a strong face.
So I remember one time when my boss came to me and said, we have this opportunity and we will want you to step up and take this position.
Now that's after you've like worked there for some time.
Yeah, for some time. And I said, I can. But then I have colleagues. These colleagues are already used to me. Like this guy, he just came the other day. You know, how can he, you know, just come up and start supervising us? And so for me, I'll say that time I was a bit anxious about. I was so naive. What am I supposed to do? How am I supposed to impress? No, because also my seniors are, hey, the way you presented yourself on the first day, it was so good. So I have to keep up with this kind of impression. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So there was a transition, like the first job. Now you get to work as a normal employee. Then you transit to now being a supervisor. Okay. So there was a whole shift in how you presented yourself from the time I graduated to now before I got my first job. That was it was crazy. It was quite some good hard work that you have to really push yourself. There was this kind of push because I remember it was sometime in March. We had like a lockdown, the COVID positivity rate had just shot really high. So now the president ordered for, a lockdown unexpectedly. That's, now the country is shut, moving from Nairobi to Mombasa, all those things. So I was, okay, what am I supposed to do? At that time, I'm now in Nairobi. Now, I don't know, in some way, I just didn't want to be in Nairobi. So I had to look for a way to, come to Mombasa. Not like I didn't want to stay with my parents, but I just wanted to, live a land life. I might get to, get a way to figure out life on your own, because with your parents you are so comfortable, you're not able to do much with when your parents are along, because they're providing everything you need, from food, shelter, una stress huko, like everything is just sorted for you. So I had to get away from Nairobi and I remember I traveled, the president had just announced the lockdown on this day, and now the next day I was on SGR to Mombasa.
This is how bad.
Okay, and that's how bad I wanted to get away from just land life, figure out life on my own. That's how bad I wanted it. So I come to Mombasa. Now I get to Mombasa, and now it's not like I had a job or I had anywhere that I knew I was going to. No, I did not. I was just coming here because I wanted to figure out life. So I had this friend. We had actually come. Okay, I had an idea of what I wanted to do during this time, because I had some friends, they had a media production, so we were to start doing shoots, nini, but then it didn't really work out. And now I am in Mombasa. I have bills to pay, I have to cater for my food and all those things. So I started selling newspapers. Along the road. Like, I mean, but there are a lot of job opportunities that you can do. There is actually a lot of things that you can do, even in that season of waiting to transit from a graduate now to someone who is working. So I started selling newspapers, and it was not easy. Sometimes you'd sell, sometimes you wouldn't, and such is life. But at least I was making some progress in life. I felt I was making some progress in life. So many uncertainties, or so much uncertainty, but I kept on trusting in God. And sometime in May I got my first job, and now I have to start learning how to manage my time well, because I have to be at work at 8 and I leave at 5, you know, and you still want to do those side hustles, but then you really have to know how to manage yourself. So the wait or the transition from being a graduate to actually a career person, if I can say, was quite a hard one. There was so much, you actually learn so much discipline, because you cannot just spend your money anyhow. You really have to account for every cent that you make, every cent that you're using, because at the end of the day niwe unajua venye bills zinalipwa, ama niwe unajua mali food unapata. Yeah. So yeah, basically that was just it. And now that we started from transition from a campus to, you know, to work, how was it before campus, the transition before like being a young adult, like from teenage to being a young adult? How was the transition for you now that you are learning how to become a man and you know, all those things that, I don't know, you guys can share?
Wow, from a teenage.
Yeah.
Before then, you know, transitions sometimes they get you when you're not even prepared.
Yeah.
You know, actually all transitions that happen in life, there's this feeling of you not being prepared
or being ready
to take that step, because there is also the fear of unknown. You don't know what is going to happen. I'll say my teenage.
Can you remember?
What I remember is I was a very good boy. I used to go to church and have fun, sing. Just, it was not that much. It was not that much in my teenage. The major transition is now, like, and I remember there's one time a colleague of mine told me that, you know, for you to make a move, for you to have these transitions, you got to be honest with yourself.
Yeah.
And you see, honesty is self-honest, or rather being honest with yourself is like a mirror that looks within you and searches you and gets to gets you to understand the position you are. Where am I at first? You know? Then, wow, I'm at this place. So, what am I supposed to do? Or what are the things I need to do? So, I got so much mentorship during my teenage, because I used to really seek out help. You know, and that's one thing also, when you are transiting, you need to reach out.
Yeah, you need to have people around you.
Yeah, sure, because the people who have gone ahead of you, and they're in a better position to tell you, they have a better world view of what happens. So my teenage had no intense transitions as such.
You didn't have like a unique moments during that time you were, you know, moving from your teenage to young adulthood?
Oh, I remember I finished high school. So I also started like hustling when I was so young. And I remember I told my mom. My mom used to have a grocery. So most of the times I used to spend my time there helping her sell. Actually, I was so good at cutting. What is it called?
Kata mboga tu.
Kata mboga. Nilikuwa nakatanga mboga. I remember even the mamas. Actually, when my mom used to go, is when clients used to come. And it put me, by the way, during that time I really appreciate, because I appreciated everything. Like
you understood life.
Yeah, I really understood
during that time.
Because it means what to just put food on the table.
Yeah, you knew what that meant.
I knew how you're supposed to wake up. My mom used to wake me up early in the morning. You need to go and take bananas, blah blah blah, and you need to go and fetch. I remember there was a time he was so sick, and she was sick, and I had to do everything by myself. So she tells me, okay, you give me the list, nitakuandika everything that you need, and amenipatia pesa, ameniambia you go to the market. By then it was Mudhurwa, enda Mudhurwa, and you have to get exactly
kila kitu yenye
amekuandikia hapo. But I also thank God, because I also really appreciate God this far, because that moment he used to be my greatest comfort. And I remember this time when I went to the market and I bought everything that she needed, and surprisingly like the vendors, the guys when you walikuwa wanamuuzia mboga and stuff, like God was directing me to them. Like I personally will go and link up with them and then buy stuff. So there's this one time tumeenda naye nimemsindikisha kubuy, then he's like, huyu kijana anabayanga hapa vitu, like hata hapa ndio anachukua vitu. So what I can say is during that time I knew what I felt. I had already a touch of reality, what life is for me, having coming from a background that you have to train, like equa, that is.
It wasn't easy.
Yeah. So for me it was a very eye-opening experience that this is what you're going to meet. So I come to campus and I'm so focused. And Mimi, I've come here to just earn my degree and go my way.
I also cannot really tell much about my teenage to campus life, but what I remember that stood out for me, I think I also got to understand my sense of get my sense of responsibility from that time. But even way back, even when I was a kid, like mi ningetoka home na mom, home ni Paipu na nafai kufika shule Kayole, and I used to go alone. So imagine napanda train hadi Doni, nashuka Doni, naenda hadi Oyole solo. So I got to understand or be responsible from quite a young age. So even from teenage, ni mimi nili, all right, my dad just took me to, the reporting day Form 1, and then from there on I was just taking myself, like, nobody gonna take you anywhere. You have to figure out whatever happens, you have to get to school. You have to get to school. So I got to really also understand the life and how I should be responsible in life, because every action that you did would resolve to a reaction, they say, so, or consequence. So if you do something that is wrong, you are obviously going to get a wrong outcome out of it. So yeah, that was life. That the transition was so real, but in a way I was kind of prepared for that transition. That's
Sorry. I also remember during my high school levels, I actually I went late. I reported late. So I report late, and then life is there.
You went alone, or
no,
someone?
My dad took me. My dad took me, and my dad just came and told me, this is a national school. This is a national school. So kila kitu iko.
Yeah. Like you were expecting everything to just, everything it upload.
Hata sukari mtapatiwa.
Oh.
Yani kila kitu iko. Because kuna hii notion ya when you go to a national school. So I'm there. The only shopping ni the essentials. Sijui mabibi, blue bands.
Those are luxury. You are not getting that.
Well, tumeamka asubuhi, we are going to serve breakfast and reality hits me hard. Wazee, na serve chai, naingia hall. Dining hall. DH. Na sip chai, I'm like, wait a minute.
Haina sukari.
Haina sukari.
Wow. Ni chai ya maziwa?
Wapi?
Strong tea?
It was
ama ni ile yenye ilikuwa inawekwa coffee, kahawa?
Si kahawa. Yetu ilikuwa inawekwa, I think it was powder.
Ni gani?
Maziwa ya powder.
Oh, like imekuwa milk powder.
Milk powder. Silikuwa inakuwa milk powder.
Okay.
Na tulikuwa na ng'ombe by the way. So, nasanga, what is this? I don't have sugar. So I used to see other guys like kuna drinking chocolate wamebeba nini. Unajua tu sema na watoto hata wa my MPs.
Si we are sorry.
Wow, I'm like, hey, Allah, what's not happening? And you know, hakuna means of communication by the way. Dada amekuleta kwa mbebe, unajua venye situation iko.
Ausha admitiwa sasa amerudi home.
Tumetumia every single bit, every single coin to make sure kwamba umeingia shule. So niko hapo, I have now to figure out life. Na by that time, mess was mess. Maseno was mess, like mess. Tulikuwa tunaita mess by the way. Hiyo knock, mazee.
Ngoja usikike.
Wow, it was a lot to bear in, and actually took it positively. I took it as an opportunity to grow.
To learn, yeah.
And that's what I want to make, a point I want to make, that in transitions, at times you feel there's an essence of discomfort and pain that you don't understand how to go about it. But you have to reframe those challenges as an opportunity for you to grow.
Yeah.
No, by the growing is so
very
hard.
important. Yeah.
It's hard. Growing is hard.
Nobody just accepts growth like that.
Growing is hard. Now, wanasemanga, the only thing that is consistent is change.
Yeah.
And if you don't change, change will break you.
Yeah. And also it's inevitable. You cannot refute it.
Wasomi wanasemanga hivyo. So I'm there, I have to figure out life. Mazee kuamka nini. And by then, we used to live in Mombasa. Shule iko Western. Mpaka wa Busia uko. So mimi hata when it comes to what is it called? Hizi ma long terms. Ma semesters.
Term.
Kufunga shule.
Closing day.
Sisi alikuwa 20. Mimi nilikuwa siendi sikuji huku. Because imagine you have to travel 2 days. Like not even 2 days. Like half a day and some hours.
Half a day?
Ni far. Maze from Kisumu to Nairobi. Mombasa.
Half a day? Or a day and a half?
Ni ngumu. So mimi
unabaki shule?
Nilikuwa tunabaki shule.
Wow, unasaidia kina cooks na cleaners, ha?
By then nilikuwa best friend of cooks. Mimi hata nilikuwa naniona nisavia top layer. And I was so friendly, and I thank God because also I was in the CU. And I also I was born again. Yeah. And that also helped me, shaped me in the decisions I was making. So I took it as an opportunity for me to grow. Me by then sikuwa crying baby at each and every time I call home and say, hey, by the way, I don't have this. I used to survive.
So
ngoto.
Ulikuwa unatoa vitu ama ulikuwa una
maybe I never used to
to do what?
Because sisi ndio tulikuwa tuna lead assembly hymns. Lazima protect image. So I never used to. I had friends.
Oh,
I met
yeah,
friends
you had friends with benefits.
Community by the community. You see, transitions don't happen in a vacuum. They just don't happen. They happen in an environment where we have people who are part of the transition. So for me, that was the community that helped me, you know, and a real community. You know, a real community is which comes out and tells you, by the you can, wherever, regardless of where you are, you can make it.
Yeah.
Aikupampi, you know, we have different types of friends. There are these friends who are coffee friends who just come out and you have coffee and then tell you, oh, Kalimi, you know, you are a nice lady, blah, blah, blah. And you know, you're just going to make it, don't worry, this happens. The brutal friends who tell you the real thing. They'll ask you, why are you, wherever you are, you're not supposed to be there. You need to take a step. You need to do, you're born to do greatness, you know? We believe in you. So that was a growing, it was a way of growth. After when I was also getting to college, I had an independent mind. Survive. Same to finances, baby. I knew how to really
manage it.
Manage my finances. I remember there's this one time I actually went home loaded.
You went home loaded?
Yeah. Loaded with money.
Okay.
Because I had a very good saving culture. So like things like fare, blah blah blah, I never used to. So for me it was a part for me. It was really a good platform for growth. I took it as an opportunity to grow during that all time.
Yeah. Okay. So I think let's close up. I think we're going to have a part 2 of this because, you know, the stories can be quite many, because transitions are actually made up of, you know, the seasons that we have in life, and those seasons are actually stories that we ought to tell. So yeah, we're going to have a part 2 of this. When? I don't know, but we will plan for it. So yeah, I hope you've really learned something from this talk. Transitions are different. They are actually, transition is change, and change is inevitable. And once you refute change, it breaks you. So allow change, allow transition, allow yourself to just be in that season and be in that moment. Every single moment in your life, just enjoy it. And yeah, you will have a flawless time in your times of transition. So your parting shots?
Wow. Yeah. What I would say is that one, you got to be honest with yourself.
Yeah.
Self-reflection, and say, actually, before then, I'm just like having these random ideas. It's, you see, transitions begin at the end, at your end, like when you don't have any idea what is going to happen next. For some, maybe you umesema, you've lost a job, and you're like, now what next? You see, so transitions begin when life seems to come to an end. You see, but the most important thing when you're having transitions, it's you need to have courage and confidence.
Yeah.
At times it won't come, but you finding your way, there's a way that confidence comes and that courage. There's this time Joshua amepatiwa the mantle to lead the children of Israel to the promised land. And one thing that God tells him is that you need to be of good courage and be strong. Yeah, at times you just have to be strong. You know, you just have to be bold enough and say, you know what, come what, come rain, come sunshine, I'll take these steps and move on. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. So yeah, that is all for today. I hope you loved the video. If you love it, please click the like button, subscribe if you haven't, and yeah, you can actually consider subscribing. if I am to say. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. So till next time, stay healthy and love more. Bye.